Once again, viewers, welcome to my channel, Diaspora Journeys with Patricia. And I urge you, if you haven't yet subscribed, please give me that subscribe button, and I would appreciate if you share, tell others about me, and let us share the information out there. My video today is a follow-up on the video I did last on Is the Customer Always Right? And I mentioned that the way we handle customer issues also matters in ensuring that we achieve service excellence in our work. So today my topic is how to handle guest complaints. As long as you're in business, be it a service business, be it a product kind of business, once in a while or quite so often you will have customer issues, you will have customer complaints, you will end up once in a while have that dissatisfied guest. So how do we handle customer complaints? Now, point number one, this pertains the company culture, the company structure when it comes to handling and receiving customer complaints. So for employees to be effective in dealing with customer complaints, there needs to be a culture of the organization that accepts or receives feedback from customers, be it positive or negative. So the culture of the business needs to be able to promote customer complaints, promote receiving feedback from customers. So business owners, big or small, every organization, be it a big business, small business, that small kiosk that you have, you will need to handle customer complaints. You will need to establish a culture that receives and does not penalize customer complaints. That is point number one. Point number two, when you are faced with a customer complaint or you have that dissatisfied guest in front of you, the moment you note that he has a complaint, the first thing I would advise is that you isolate that customer. Do not deal with a dissatisfied guest in a public place or in a place where there are many other customers or there are many people around. Make sure you isolate that customer. One, this ensures that you give them your divided attention. And secondly, it avoids making the complaint a public address, a public issue. So isolate, look for a room that is maybe behind at the back of house, a decent place you can have a conversation with the customer. So isolate the customer. Point number three, listen. Listening is an art, and how you listen determines whether you win the customer or you don't. Now, when you listen carefully, listen attentively, and listen genuinely. Human nature makes us a bit defensive when somebody is giving us negative feedback or is not satisfied with something we have done. So it's very important that you are open-minded to receive the feedback that the customer is giving you. So listen attentively, take your notes. You know, if it's a very detailed complaint or issue, take notes. You know, this shows the customer you are actually paying attention. Take notes, write what are the details or the dates or what happened or what makes him not happy. So take notes as you listen. Do not interrupt. Do not interrupt to respond when he's talking. No. Give the customer all the time he needs. Let him talk. Do the listening and take notes. If you have a phone, please put it on silent when you are handling a customer complaint. If you are in an office and you know that your colleagues may walk in and out, just get a room and, ask for your private time with this customer so that you can really give that undivided attention to the customer. Stay calm. At times when we are being given negative feedback, we raise our emotions. We want to be defensive. We kind of get annoyed, or you want to explain yourself. No. Hold back. Stay very calm. Don't get emotional. Don't raise your voice. Don't let your body language start precede your voice. Don't act. The body has a language, so sometimes our body may communicate even without us having to speak. So please stay very calm as the customer empties his issue. Now, once the customer is done talking, confirm what the customer is actually telling you. What are his issues? So you have written your notes and you go, oh, Mr. Smith, let me just understand. So you're saying this and this happened, and because of this has happened. Take him through what you have understood his issue to be. This is very important, because when you reconfirm what the customer has just told you, you are in a better position then you get to be on the same page with the customer, and this will be your basis when you come to addressing the customer's complaint. Number 5, apologize. It is very important. Everybody loves hearing those words, I am sorry. When it is the issue has been caused by your company or your organization, do not shy by saying, oh, Mr. Smith, I really apologize for that. We are the ones who did not, do what you had requested you have requested. Or you may say, oh, Mr. Smith, I'm sorry that your meal is late. Or Mr. Smith, I'm sorry that we emailed you we sent you the wrong package. So make sure you apologize to the customer, and apology has got steps of apologizing. You apologize and you explain why or what you're apologizing about. Number 6, take action. This is the most crucial point. And at this point, it will determine what you do will determine whether this customer you will win over or you will lose this customer. Take action. If you are the service staff and you have been given the mandate or you are empowered to solve that issue that the customer has just told you, go ahead, do that swiftly and do that to full completion. If you're not in a position to solve that issue and it requires the next step, manager or supervisor to come in and solve it, please do so. Go grab that manager, explain the issue, and bring over to the customer and let the person who is able to do it handle it. It is very crucial that action is taken on the spot. It should be real time when it just happened. Don't never leave the customer to go unsatisfied, because if he does that, then you will lose as a business. And don't forget, negative publicity goes faster than positive one. So make sure you act on it. You make sure that the customer feels that has been well handled at the spot, without having to call that person back or tell him, okay, we'll call you when the manager comes, we will let you know. No. And organization, companies, business owners, it's very important to have an empowerment matrix, a matrix on who can deal with what issues when, and up to what level they can deal with issues. If it's a compensation matrix that is in place and everyone knows and up to what extent they can go to satisfying a customer or to resolving customer issues. Number 7, record and communicate. Feedback, negative or positive, is very important in an organization, because feedback is what makes us better. Feedback makes us as an organization know what the issue is, and repeated issues can be captured, and we can then seek for long-term solutions. I will give you an example. I worked in hotels most of my working career, and we always had I worked in a hotel in a mall. It's the address Dubai Mall, and one of the frequent guest complaints was, I did not get an extra bed, and the hotel already had about 40 extra beds in the inventory. And out of this constant feedback, we ended up doubling the number of hotel beds. And actually, at some point, we even bought sofa beds for all the rooms, because we realized, being in a hotel, there is high demand. Most of the people coming, or most of our customers, were family customers, and they needed an extra bed in their room. So out of the consistent or the constant feedback of, I wanted an extra bed but I wasn't given, I wanted an extra bed but it was not given on time, we ended up understanding there was a bigger problem, or there was a bigger issue that needed to be tackled. And that is why having recording and reporting customer complaints is very important, because you will end up getting to understand a bigger problem that is existing in the business. Last but not least, point number 8, follow up. Follow up with the customer. Once the customer has left, yes, maybe you resolved the issue, the customer left happy, have that mechanism of following up with the customer after they are gone. In big companies or in big hotel groups, you'll have a director of guest experiences, and their job is just to contact customers or follow up all the matters arising from the various feedback mechanism. And this is the person who is responsible for following up with the customers who have left and they had reported an issue. So follow up is important, because it shows it's actually a way of showing you as an organization how empathetic you are to the customer, how serious you take their customer complaints or customer concerns, and that you have the goodwill to really keep the customer loyalty intact as an organization. So those are my 8 points on how to deal with guest complaints or dissatisfied guests in any organization, service, product, any organization. It all applies the same criteria. So thank you once again for watching. Share the word, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Diaspora Journeys with Patricia. If you're a business organization and want training for your employees, or you want that culture set up for your business, please write to me, monipart@gmail.com, and let's have that conversation. Till my next video, thank you for watching.